Okay, so I did it. I haven't paid a deposit on any of the last 3 apartments, and each one of them has sent me the deposit back. Miracle? Who knows? But all that I can say is that I have made this very conscious decision to have a perception of myself that is positive and not influential, but positive and supportive of myself, which is how I came up with the goddess term. And you know, if you think about goddesses and their methodologies, they were always right? So the goddess was always right. She was always perfect. She was always attractive, no matter how she looked. Aphrodite might have been the prettiest, but she wasn't the only one. You know, there was Helena, there was Athena, and they each had their own little attributes that made them right, and they always walked in that, and were never afraid to walk in that. And so I said, you know, if I take that concept and I say I walk in what I want to be, and not be afraid of that, then I too can be a goddess. And ever since then, I don't know, just like the universe, I'm not without struggle, I mean, but ever since then, I will say that just things have aligned almost mystically, like, and it's just, I don't know, and so.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I mean, I've had things go in my life that, the same with you, it's like I have good things that happen and I'm like, why did I get this?
Yeah.
What makes me worthy of this? Like, why is this happening? But then you just accept it.
Well, I think you need to be open to the good and bad in life, right? Because we're all going to experience hardships, but we're all going to also experience the good in life.
Yeah.
And you need to be open to experiencing that and reveling in it.
Yeah.
Revel. Alright.
I love it.
Well, that was a great topic to
dry yourselves off. I know you're drowning. It's fine. It's okay. Get you a balloon. Hold on. Raft. It's okay. I got it.
Balloon. Oh, because you're drowning. I get it. I thought maybe a float, you know.
I guess I can.
A pool noodle.
I know, a balloon. I'm going to be like, well, it is time for our fan question. You're our guest. You should read it.
All right. Our fan question is, have you ever been walked in on while doing something private?
Oh.
Yeah, I always trying to get in my personal business.
At this point, it's our private business.
Yeah, I'm always trying to get into my personal business. Yes. There's a short answer to that.
I'm going to say yes as well. What about you? I know, don't look like you're so innocent. He's like, okay, you guys are weird.
Yes, I think so.
Yes.
Alright.
Was it your mother?
Yeah, let's hear the story.
Oh,
you go first.
No. I don't know. I can't remember.
You can't remember. There's something there, folks. I don't know. He's hiding it.
I feel like it was your mother.
There's a story between us.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait.
Hold
Oh,
on.
wait.
I don't know what he's going with. What? What story is that?
When we lived together.
Okay. Oh God, I know what he's talking about. That wasn't even my story that came to mind. I have another story.
Shall I tell it?
Yeah, you can tell it.
Okay, so when Brock and I lived together, and this was for a year, and it was a blissful year. But you know, visitors would come over, right? Generally not to see me. And, you know, so I would go to bed at night and, you know, usually I would just sleep through the night and then get up the next morning and go to work, whatever. Well,
Hence, I'm used to that schedule.
he is used to this schedule, so he would.
My door would just be open.
Once, Alan's bedtime occurred, then whatever happened after that was, open. So, but this one night, I got up for whatever reason, and I was thirsty, so I went to the kitchen to get some water. I was
thirsty also.
He was thirsty as well. And apparently, this one had his bedroom door wide open.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And had a guest. And me going to the kitchen to get some water apparently interrupted some things.
Wasn't expecting to hear anybody. Anyway, yeah, so he caught things in the act, but I didn't stop.
I saw bodies moving around, but I didn't really see anything because it was, pitch black. So.
That's too funny. I forget about that. But the story I was thinking of is I was down at I guess a condo or timeshare, whatever, a house in Florida. So my friends and her family, and they had went to go to Target or whatever, and I was there by myself, and I was like, oh, I got some time to release myself while they're gone. So I'm doing my thing, just doing it in the bedroom. I don't lock the door. I have a bad habit of not locking things, and so I'm just doing it because me and her were sharing a room inside the timeshare. So, and I thought I had plenty of time. It's Target. No one goes to Target for 10 minutes. And so I'm just like doing my thing, whatever. I'm almost to the point where I'm ready to go, and she opens the door. And I was shocked. And I'm like, oh! And yes, I released myself inside my own mouth. And I was like, oh my God! It just went straight down. I was so upset and so embarrassed at the same time. And I was like, oh my God, this is not happening. This is not happening. It legit just said, I was like, so yes, I have had someone walking out on me doing something private.
How does that even happen?
Because I'm shocked. I'm like, ah! Like I literally make this noise, and while my mouth's open, it goes and does what it does.
This was a shooter, I guess.
I have the weirdest things that happen.
That was a lot to process. Okay, I'm alright. I got it. Wow.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Okay. Mine's not that bad. I was having relations with my boyfriend at the time. Before he became my girlfriend at the time. So, and my mother came in the house. Not only did she come in the house, she went upstairs to open the door because I didn't say hello when she said hello at the entrance of the house. To which mid-relation, I said, hi. What are you doing here?
Oh, hey.
Right. To which she replied, I texted you. And then I said, well, if I don't text back, then usually means I am
preoccupied.
Busy. She said, I didn't think you would be home. And I was like, why? Okay, whatever. That's fine. So
you just had this conversation right there.
Yeah.
She wasn't like, turning away and.
No, my family's weird like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't turn away either.
My family's weird. She was like, so.
I know.
So you're gonna finish this and
I mean, like,
off?
so, like, I just came to pick up a couple things in the kitchen, and I was like, well, okay.
Well, this isn't the kitchen.
Do that. So I finished, and we, well, you know, the boyfriend at the time was not as accustomed to
So
other
he
people.
probably was a little
He was a little
embarrassed.
Yeah,
Or
you know, and I get it. So he got dressed. It was also the time that he met my mother. So, yay.
Hi.
First time meeting a parent.
Hi. And my mother was just like, whatever.
That's it? No.
Yeah. And I think she had more problem with, I had a half gallon of rum from like a party months ago that was just still sitting on the counter. And she had more of a problem with the empty bottle of rum being on the counter than she did with walking in with me hunching another. So
You were hunched over.
Hunching.
Oh, hunching.
Hunching. You gonna call it hunching? Is that
That's
new?
what I meant. I mean, he was, you know, I don't know.
In this particular instance, I was doing the hunching.
You were doing hunching. Okay.
Hunch, hunch, crunch, crunch.
This is wild night. I think Mercury was in retrograde. It's fine.
Oh my god. You're such a mess.
Okay. Alright.
Yes.
So this is my favorite part, I guess, on the show. We're gonna put 3 minutes on the clock. There are no right answers. It's the first thing that comes to mind. Are you ready? And if you want to give further explanation, you can, but you don't have to.
Okay. Good.
Okay. You're right. 3 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Are you ready?
Yes.
Just tell me what to
Start now.
Okay. Alan, what's your most favorite thing in your closet?
My most favorite thing in my closet is a costume I have. It's an anime costume.
Oh. Okay, we'll definitely talk about that. Beef or pork?
Pork.
Hard things, soft things.
Soft.
Oh,
Alright.
okay. Alright, what's your favorite movie ever, of all time?
Titanic.
Is it when she lets Jack go?
Which one?
I love that part. I'm like, yes, bitch. You
Which
say you're not
Titanic?
letting go. but-
Leonardo DiCaprio, or?
Yes, of course, that Titanic.
Yeah, she's like, I never let you go.
Describe yourself as a teenager in 3 words.
Awkward band geek.
What did you play?
Clarinet.
Wow.
I also was in the front,
It's a good blower.
the pit, in marching band my junior year.
Okay.
Played bass drum in marching band my senior year. And then I did color guard.
It was a little pipsqueak. I love it. Okay, that's awesome. What's your biggest pet peeve?
Unkindness.
In general.
Yeah, you know, if I'm around people and they're just especially unkind to other people for whatever reason.
Yeah. Have you ever ghosted someone?
Yes.
Would you ghost them again?
As an adult, as a supposedly mature adult, I try
Supposedly.
to not.
I love that.
I try to not do the ghosting because I know also what it feels like to be ghosted.
Yeah.
So I try not to do that. But I do have a problem with being completely blunt with someone. So I do have the sugarcoating problem.
Okay.
And
He does.
so I will try to use other excuses to get around.
Okay.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do. Okay. How many?
By the way, the mic's off. To turn it back on, slide the switch on the back of this device.
What?
Thank you, Google.
Thanks, Google. Okay.
What's your favorite hobby?
Oh yeah, let's go.
Singing.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have a certain favorite song, go-to song?
It's cheesy because, well, it's one of my favorite roles in musical theater I've ever played, and that was Jesus in Jesus Christ Superstar. So there's this song, and it's called Gethsemane, and that's my favorite song to sing because it has a really high range, and so I get to work that upper range. So
yeah.
That's
Are you a tenor?
Yes, I am a tenor.
Okay.
Like a bari tenor.
Okay, I wasn't supposed to say that on camera. It's fine. It's fine. Have you ever been rejected for sex?
Rejected for sex?
Yes. As in you were the proposition and they said no.
On Grindr.
Mm.
Well,
3 minutes are up, by the way.
Oh damn. It's never long enough.
But you can finish that.
Well, you know, my body has changed as I've matured, right? So I'm not the skinny little, you know, I'm a twink.
Absolutely.
I'm not the skinny little twink. So, you know, I've sent pictures to people before, which were younger, and so for whatever reason,
are you ticklish?
No, I'm just saying,
he's
where's
just
the
like
meat?
pulling the fat and everything.
Okay, because there's plenty of it.
We're not skinny shaming you, but you're small.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yes,
Okay.
I've sent pictures to someone, and then they cease communicating after that.
Really?
I've had that happen several times.
I would promise you if you ever sent me.
It wasn't the dick pic.
I'm
just saying.
Not.
He's proud of the dick pic, apparently. Hmm. Well, Alan, do you have a question for me and Rafiq that you'd like to know?
My question is, what is your all-time favorite alcoholic drink?
Ugh, that's a good question.
Okay.
I like it.
Favorite.
All time though.
See,
That's-
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I have
really
different.
kicker.
Yeah. So I have different scenarios where my drinks change and settings. My different settings make my drink change. Like, I love wine because it's easy and it's something you don't have to think about.
Well, okay. Let me narrow that.
Okay.
So you say you know, obviously this is Conversippin,
Yeah.
and we're sipping wine usually.
Yes.
So
We're sipping mimosas right now because we ran out of wine.
When we were in Italy, we went to Italy and we went to this amazing village and we went to a winery.
Oh, we did.
And we tried
So
several wines there, Italian wines.
Mm-hmm.
So what was
And
your
pecorino cheese.
Oh,
That pecorino cheese was so good.
fabulous.
And that balsamic
a
vinegar.
20-year-old balsamic vinegar.
Oh my god.
Was it bourbon?
There's special way that they create the balsamic, and it ages for like either 10 or 20 years.
Oh my god.
So I still have some of that balsamic at home. We'll have to have
It's
that.
gonna follow you home.
We'll have a charcuterie board. And wine.
Charcuterie. I want to be on the uterie.
Sure.
So what was your favorite wine from that trip?
The one that I bought.
You bought the rosé. He bought a
The rosé.
rosé.
We're in Italy and brought a rosé.
I did.
Okay.
But they made it. So that's why I was like, it's an Italian rosé. So
They made it! They made it!
They made it.
They made it, bitch.
So I tried it because it was one of the ones that we tried during our tasting. It's like they brought us food, they brought us wine to go with it, you know, etc. And that was the one that really just, you know, had a kick. It was very bubbly, and I wanted that bubble.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Don't judge me. I bought an Italian rosé, not just a rosé that you get down the street from us. From us.
It's not known for the rosé. But okay, whatever, that's fine. I'm a wine snob. It's alright. My favorite wine of all time. I like a German wine called Red Schiffer. And it is a red blend. But it's an estate wine. They only sell it at Total Wine. It's $15 a bottle. It's absolutely divine. It has Zinfandel, it has Merlot grapes, it has Malbec grapes in it, and it creates this like divine blend of grape alcohol butter goodness that is just magnificent on my palate. And like, so in its front, it's very face of the taste. It's very mild, it's very smoky, but then that mellows out very quickly into this buttery, savory goodness. And then
anytime you say it
flows down my throat, as it like once it hits this like part, like this like right here. I don't know, this like past your uvula, but not quite at the esophagus yet. And this like pocket of air that's just like right here. When it hits that, it is, I don't know how many of you have ever been on 2 balls of ecstasy, but it feels like that electric charge
in your throat.
In my throaticus. And it is like, and that is just, and then like it crashes into this fruity cherry queen bed of majesty. And then it just goes down into my gullet. That is a red Schaefer. And it's $15. And everyone should go get it.
I guess we'll have that on our next episode.
It's a German estate wine. I don't know how much things Germany has done well since, you know, the mass murdering of Jews. Sorry. But wine and beer, they have really,
because Riesling comes from Germany.
And it's very delicious.
I love Riesling.
Oh, you like a sweet one?
I love the sweet wine.
Oh, you like a little
Riesling, Moscato.
Oh, you like a little sugar. Okay.
Sugar.
I'm gonna marry him. So.
And I'll officiate it.
We have just announced.
Where's your license?
I can get it online.
We can get it on Google.
Hey.
For $100.
All right. So yeah, good question, Alan. I never really had thought about it before, but you know.
It was a great
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I typically go for like sweeter ones too, honestly. But
he likes whites.
So yeah. So
Chardonnays.
So a little bit of history of me and Alan. Me and Alan met each other when I was 17, maybe just turned 18. And I'm 112 now, so.
You're not that old. I'm 25.
So we've known each other for
it was
14
2006.
years. So, yeah, so 14 years we've known each other. And the first time I met him was at a house party that I did not expect to meet him there, I guess. But he was friends of another friend of mine, which is Jay. Which, hey Jay, you watch?
Hey.
And I didn't like Alan, to be honest.
Why?
Why
did you not like him?
So I was a little judgmental about. I was very, what's the word I'm looking for?
Was it your perspective?
Not biased. I was, what's that? Oh my God, shallow. So I was a bit shallow when I was younger, and Alan had red hair. I was not a fan of red hair when I was that young, and so I judged him just by the color of his hair. And I admit it. I'm not proud. And I told Jay, I was like, I don't like him. But because they were good friends at the time, I said, I'm a deal. And I did. And then somehow we became close, and I guess that can go back to perception.
Perceptions, exactly.
It's like I perceived him to be a certain way because of him having red hair, which is the worst thing possible to judge somebody on. Well, not the worst thing, but one of, like, anything you judge people on by a physical appearance without knowing them is a bad thing.
Yeah.
And so, had I not given him a chance, well, because he was friends with, if he wasn't friends with him, I wouldn't give him a chance. But had I not given him a chance, we wouldn't have been these great friends now, and I would have been missing out. So I'm happy that my perception was able to change.
I mean, I am too.
Yeah.
I met Ellen through Brian. We could not be without Brian.
Sure.
I am a person that brings people together. I love it. 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 And so one last question for you, Alan. What was your inspirational wanting to be on the show?
You guys, you ladies and gentlemen, are discussing, topics of today, what's affecting us in the world, how we all cope with everything. So I think what you're doing is relevant.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm just excited to be a part of the process.
Ooh.
Oh.
We like that.
I like that.
This process is going to keep going.
I've been in the house too long.
Well, that's awesome, Alan.
That's amazing. Thank you so much.
We've been very thankful to have you here. Is there any shout outs or anything coming up in your life?
What do you have going
on?
Nothing exciting coming up. So.
Oh, well, I know you were doing a lot with the theater, but because of things that are going on.
Yeah. So the pandemic has, completely, as I'm sure you understand, affected the arts.
Yeah.
Because, what we do on stage requires us to interact with each other, and so you can't do that on the stage. And also with ordinances, you can't have more than a certain amount of people in your audience. So we've had to cancel our season.
Yeah, same. So yeah, I feel bad.
So I know anyone involved with the arts is completely feeling this rough patch. So I would say if you're involved with the arts, if you support the arts, donate to your local community arts programs.
Do you have anyone in particular that you would want to be donated
well,
to?
I live in the Burlington area, so if you want to donate to the gallery players,
we'll put
the link in the description.
Yeah. But this is a tough time, so contributing to the community keeps everyone alive during this time.
Agree, 100%. Well, I think that's it for this week. I've had fun. Have you had fun?
I have definitely had fun.
Okay, good. Well, this is the ending, which I always hate.
Where's my glasses?
Well, it's because you
sitting a lot.
chippy. So, until next week, I'm Brock.
I'm Rafiq.
And I'm Alan.
Stay safe and conversate with your besties.
I don't have anything to drink.